President Cyril Ramaphosa will this morning speak about the contribution women are making to the economy. He will address a meeting organized by the Businesswomen's Association of South Africa, BOSA. The dialogue will look at pertinent issues affecting women and the challenges businesswomen and women entrepreneurs face. The association has been a voice of women in business within the South African economy since 1980. Our reporter Natasha Phiri is there and joins us now. Natasha, you're expected to speak to a previous president of BOSA, Basetsana Khumalo, later on today. What can you tell us so far?
Well, very good morning to you, Desiree. The program hasn't started yet, but of course I'm joined by two powerful women in business. The first is Charlotte. We'll just start off with her. Thank you so much for joining us on the SABC. Ma'am Charlotte, tell us, why are such dialogues important, especially for women in the business sector?
It is important to continue having these dialogues because when you look at the progress of gender in representation in corporations and gender representation across the economy, it still needs a lot of work. So when you have opportunities and platforms of dialogue to surface the issues that we need to deal with and also to accelerate the interventions that are required to get to the goal that we want to set. And those goals are set, and we haven't actually made a lot of progress in the 25 years that we have been the site of democracy.
The theme is quite powerful. The economy is women. What contribution do women actually make within the economy of the country?
Think about it this way. Women make up 51% of the people of South Africa. So naturally, it means that that 51% is actually more than half the human capital of this nation. So it's got to be looked at as a value creator. They have to be looked at as a part of the economy value creation. So it is important for women to be included in the mainstream of the economy. Actually, they need to play a front and center, and they need to take leadership in certain aspects that affect them. So we cannot continue having dialogues about women when women are not there. We cannot continue to have an economy that is not about women when the economy is about women. And you look at women, every sector of the economy, they are there. And it is important that they take leadership in making decisions about those areas. Because when they are part of the solution, they are part of the planning, they are going to be part of the benefits of gender representation.
Thank you so much. Let me just take the conversation here to Lisa Maurice, who is the Businesswomen's Associate of South Africa. You're the advisory council, or you're part of the advisory council. Thank you so much. Ma'am Charlotte spoke a lot about, women being included in the economy, women taking leadership positions. How important is this?
No, it's very important. One of the country directors of the UN Women actually says, when you put money in the hands of a woman, economies thrive, economies do well, economies are successful, because women are natural nurturers. So when they take on something, they embrace it, and they impart something to the younger generation as well. Yes.
How do you then tackle the issue of transformation within the business sector? Charlotte had said that 51% of our population actually constitutes of women, but yet we see men in leadership positions.
In terms of the government, I think is doing well, because more than 50% of their employment are women. So we definitely have to change. Women have to also develop themselves, and I think that is what the Businesswomen's Association is all about, is for the growth and the development of women in the South African economy, and we have to ensure as women that we are positioned well and we placed well and we are developed sufficiently to be able to take those top positions, because as you know, women are still a very untapped resource, and we are very powerful. We have tremendous ability as women, and we'd like to showcase that.
Definitely. We've spoken about the challenges that women face. Talk us through the strides that women have made in the business sector. I think it's also good to actually highlight the positives, especially for women within the business sector.
Women have done very well over the years. A lot of strides still has to be made, but we have a lot of women in senior positions. We have a lot of women in top management positions as well. And in fact, wherever you've put, statistics have shown, wherever you put women, those at the top 25 companies in the country is where women are in top leadership. So really it makes a remarkable difference when you put women in those top echelons of society.
What can we expect out of today's dialogue?
It's the first dialogue that we've had or has of its kind. So it will be interesting to see what comes out of it. We've had a lot of input. We've created a WhatsApp group where members could post their concerns, they could post their questions. So really this is just a starting conversation to see what is the government. Obviously the government is committed to the growth and the inclusion of women in the economy. So we just want to unpack and see what are the plans to roll that out,
Definitely. And just lastly from my side, the midterm budget speech will be tabled tomorrow in Parliament. Your expectations coming out of that?
Our expectation coming out of that is that more budget be put forward towards the growth and development of women, especially our young generation. I think we mustn't discount our young people. We have a lot to learn from our young people. As much as we can teach them and be their mentors, I think women, especially young women in this fourth industrial revolution and the technological community that we are in, we can also learn a lot from them, and we need to listen to them and to see, because they are our future generation. So we'd really want to see money put towards their growth and development as well, and to make it easily accessible. Funding is always a challenge for women, and especially for youth that do not have experience or a track record of successful businesses. Money is always an issue. So we'd really want to see more of that being put forward.
Thank you so much, and thanks for your time. We will catch up with you later, and all the best with the event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, Desiree, both my guests there are talking about the strides and also the challenges that women actually face within, the economy of the country. And either don't want to, add or subtract to what they actually said. So with that, let me just cross back to you in studio.
Absolutely, Natasha. Thank you so much. We will, of course, be coming there live as soon as events get underway. Thank you so much for that update. Natasha Phiri there.